Okay, for those of you joining us, this is in a way another episode of Starfleet Underground. Um, we're not coming back, only coming back for this one episode. It's still up in the air if we will ever reincarnate and do it again. Unfortunately, none of us have seen the panda, so the koala. None of us has seen the koala yet. So it's just a matter of time. We're doing this to celebrate and to remember our engineer, the unforgettable Rocky Robinson. So this episode is going to be talking about memories and experiences and stuff we have in order to share it with everyone. So I think that's going to be awesome. It's been 7 months, so in another 2 months, one of us could have gave birth to him, but that's not going to be the case because we didn't put our hands in any goo or anything like
Mama
that.
JJ isn't giving birth to
Awkward.
nobody.
You know,
Nobody touched my face or anything, so
no,
I think I'm okay.
so
Oh.
we should be okay in that respect. So the crew is all here, and of course we have Rocky's infamous sister standing by.
Hello.
So of course I have my
Hey,
wonderful
Patty.
science officer who, when she left the ship, told me "fuck you" and the ship you rode in on.
It's an angry science officer.
And I have
Mm.
It
my
was on my bucket list.
and I have my
Aw.
number one who told me as he leave, you are a number two. So I don't think it meant
I
what
mean,
I
I
think it
just
meant.
speak the truth, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and the dots have set up a shrine in engineering, and they wouldn't let us in. So
They're
the
a little
dots are all
angry.
there. Yeah,
Very.
they're upset. So they keep trying to summon something called a blue koala. So
We
I don't
think
know.
we think the triples are friends with them, but
Yeah, so
They
we don't know.
they put a sign out front like it's a lounge for tribbles and dots only. Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's what they invite I got.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
And it
know.
was a funny message.
you got an invite? I didn't
Yeah.
get an invite.
But the
I don't-
invite said, please join our channel. We need someone to make fun of. So
It sounds like they're
Well,
very
I mean-
welcoming.
You know.
They wanted
Okay.
the best, so they got the captain.
we're all here together. I guess that we could start off with letting Heather, because Heather met Rocky before. Well, actually, the person that met Rocky before any of us is his sister. So she's
What up,
getting this new
We would hope.
distinction of meeting him first.
I blocked it out.
So we'll let you start off as we go round robin around the room.
I met him April 8th, 1977. Maybe April 9th. I don't know. I don't know. I've never heard the story of when Rocky met his little sister. I'm going to have to ask my parents about that. That's
So
funny.
did he? Rumor has it that when he introduced himself, he goes, "Hi, my name is Rocky Robinson. My friends call me Rocky Robinson." Is that true?
Did he say that to you? Or
No,
mean
to
me?
you.
No,
To you.
no. I don't know. No. I think I called him Big Brother and what a pain in my butt, and then he said something worse. Nanu, is that what you did, Patrick?
No, I was like loser.
Loser. Nanny,
Sorry,
nanny.
Patrick. Losers like this. It's not
No,
like
but
this.
you're a double loser. That's
L7.
Why is it a
It's a square.
W?
It's
Winner.
not.
Winner.
It's a
Losers.
winner. It's not two losers. It's a winner.
It's double loser.
You're saying he's a winner.
He's a big nerd
I
now.
was,
Oh,
I was
my
talking
God.
about Nathan, not Rocky.
I know you're talking about
Uh-huh.
Nathan. He's a winner.
He's a
See,
winner.
there you go. I
See,
like
the
her
W.
rendition early. I like hers better.
Mm.
So I gotta ask a question with you as Rocky. I know we all see different sides and slices of him. So the side that you see, was he always as wonderful as we thought, or he had some little things as brother and
Grumpy bear
sister
tendencies.
will have? Oh my God, he
man.
froze her camera.
I think I've always. Uh-oh.
No, you're back. You're
think-
back.
Oh, good. I didn't know. No, Rocky, I knew, well, it's family and sibling stuff. Like, I think he and I always were able to either get along super well, like make each other descend into giggle fits with one movie quote or TV quote, and then he could instantly press a button in my head and I would want to rip his head off. And, because there's even moments I know that he would just, and I don't even know, there might have been some deliberate moments, but I don't think he deliberately ever tried to make me crazy. And probably the
the
same
You
with
Tribbles
didn't
feel
me.
need
the
much
same
help
way.
with that.
No, the
It's true.
Tribbles feel the same way about him.
Yeah. No. So I got to see, it's family. So, when you need to yell and scream, you see that more often. I would see Rocky if something didn't go quite right to his exact, specifications. Maybe sometimes he would lose his temper. And so after he had passed and I started talking to you guys or his coworkers, I was like, "Oh, that temper." And they were like, "No. No." And I was like, what are you talking about? This is like what Rocky does. And they're like, "No. Maybe he blew up once." And I was like, "Oh, he saved it for us only? Jerk."
Scorpios, man, they're devious and undercover.
Oh my gosh. Well, he and my mom are 3 days apart. So mom's birthday is Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And my dad and I are both Aries, but we're like a week and a half, 2 weeks apart.
Say happy birthday to your mom for us.
I will. She'll
Please.
like that.
Cool.
She and Dad both say hi to you guys. They were very excited that we were doing this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The thing is, they always say that the old sayings that a prophet can never prophesize in his hometown. And it's the same thing with brothers and sisters, because when everybody else respects them, it's like, I've seen your skid marks in your underwear in the laundry. You can't fool me. You lose your temper all the time, but it's different sides. And so that's nice that we can get together and kind of get a 360 of him.
Yeah, same. I lost a dear friend of mine, my bestie, who was my roommate at the beginning of the shutdown, to cancer. And and I've seen what her family and how they responded to things, and I just saw that grief is a bitch. Like, it takes it out of you, and you don't necessarily know how you're gonna think or feel about stuff, And I know y'all have lost somebody, but I saw them be kind of almost greedy with her memories, and they were almost greedy for more information, but they really felt like they wanted to keep it to themselves. And because they only knew a side of her, and I don't want that. Rocky had a tremendous network of friends, between you guys, between his coworkers, between his old friends, and I don't get to have ownership over Rocky, he's my family, but he loves you guys. You guys got to talk to him more. You please, why would I invade on that? Why would I try to hog it all up? That's not fair. That's not fair to who Rocky is,
Well, if you didn't know this, I can tell you honestly from all the podcasts and stuff that never aired, that he was incredibly proud of you.
Thank
you. He would talk about how you were able to get into captain's chair and how you see things, but I said, damn it, she won't tell me anything.
I'm so mad at him for kicking off before I could share all of my pictures from the Enterprise set. And I shared it with you guys when I could, but it was funny. There was another thing that I was like, hey, you guys, Rocky bitched about me, right? Of course he did, because I'm the little sister.
Seriously. No, seriously. Yeah.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Never did.
I was ready for it.
No,
always had good stuff to say.
Yep. He always had pride in his voice when he talked about you and the stuff that you were doing. And the only time he sound annoyed is when you wouldn't tell him what you saw, what was going on. He's like, yeah, Patty just saw Ralphie walk by her area.
Do you know, there was one time I saw a Borg, just in case anyone listening, watching didn't know, on Picard season 2 and season 3, I got to be the clerk for the accounting department. So I did a lot of filing and seeing people's names on pay stubs and invoices for props and things. But it was
Wow.
like the height of COVID. So I wasn't allowed to go on set unless nobody was filming. And then from back in the day of improv studying, I knew Todd Stashwick, and seeing his name in the call sheet, like I couldn't just go up to him. Plus, I'm nerding out because I'm on motherfucking Picard, and I'm seeing Jonathan Frakes walk around, and I'm smiling on the inside, but I can't go talk to him. You know, I saw him on the picket lines at WB a couple weeks ago, no masks, but I was wearing Rocky's Picard hat, walking around, right?
Aw.
And he was walking, I think he was about to check in. So he was walking towards me, and me and my friends were walking towards him. And he just looked at me and smiled. And I was just, and out of everybody, I still lose my shit over Jonathan Frakes, you know? And I was just like, good morning. But like friends that I have made.
She had to go change her underwear.
Oh my God. And then I was like, you guys, do you know who that was? And they're like, no, who? What?
What?
And I was like, this is Jonathan Frakes. You know, and I, on the picket lines, I have been so celebrity face blind. Maybe I've recognized Jerry Ryan because she's Jerry Ryan, but everybody else, like, oh, that was Alfred Molina. Oh, that's, and like people I should know, and I just never.
I would have
did.
recognized every single one of them.
Oh yeah,
I have that skill.
I'm so bad because if you're not made up and you're in your makeup, how do I know who you are? You know. But anywho, I saw on set while I was like walking to the COVID trailer, because you always had to get tested. There was a Borg in a bathrobe out in the parking lot, and I really wanted to just take a picture and then send it to Rocky and be like, "There's a Borg in a bathrobe," and I just.
That
I mean, I'm
sounds like
sure
a joke.
Yeah, I could have. I know I could have, but I just couldn't. You know, I didn't. I wanted to keep with the integrity of it all, and I didn't want to look at the scripts. I could have had access to the scripts. I just didn't want to know. Hi, and the days that they were filming on the bridge, my friend who was the production secretary, he was like, Patty, you want to watch this? Like, you can watch this right now. And I was like, no, because, and I was kicking myself because it was such a tremendous moment that they were all walking around the bridge for the first time in decades. And I just couldn't do it because I didn't want to spoil the show. And I'm glad, because I didn't spoil the show. I loved seeing what was going on. I loved the third season. I loved everything they did, you know. Yeah, it was a special time, and it did kill me that I couldn't be like, hey man, I did this, I saw that, I saw the person, I was on the ship. So it was rough.
That is so cool. Somehow I still feel that his spirit and his thoughts are still around you. So he's probably just overjoyed as well. Just like before we got on the air, he was messing with my mic. So
yeah.
he's around.
You just hear him being Rocky excited about, you got to walk on the bridge. You know, that's so cool.
Well, they say energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just transforms into another realm of existence. So
yeah,
that's what I'm going on. Yep.
He's still here.
If we could do if we had the money to throw around, I'd say we do like Star Trek 3: The Search for Rock, and go see if he was on like some planet somewhere. So it's the Genesis program.
Hell
That would be pretty wild. That would be pretty. I could see his face now. He'd look, and of course, the way he has his contained excitement, he would be like, "How the hell did you guys find me?"
Yeah.
I'll steal a starship for that.
Right. That's worth it.
What does God need with a starship?
To find Rocky, of course.
Hello. Oh man.
How about you, Pat? What is some of your memories of The Rock?
Well, I only met Rocky like in person, I think, twice.
Really?
Yeah, only
At
twice.
At
the conventions, yeah. And it really it surprised me when he passed how affected I was by someone I'd only met twice, but like I was with every Saturday.
Yeah.
It just surprised me, you know. So that's a real testament to who he was, because
The daily chats too.
yeah, it floored me. And yeah, we had our daily chats on Signal, and so it was like constantly being in contact with this person, and he was always like, he didn't like when Nathan and I would post stuff in the chats like about things happening to the gay community or things happening to the Black community, and Rocky's just like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people can be like that.
Yeah.
He always took up for us.
Yeah.
So, not a lot of straight guys do that. So, it was cool.
Now,
I was gonna say, like, sorry, whenever I'd be visiting and the news was on, and I hate watching the news, excuse me, but some bullshit would happen, and he literally does not understand. And it's not even just like us when we chime in, because we don't understand these things, but like his brain can get very binary about stuff, and he literally does not understand. Why would you be a shithead to somebody who's Black or somebody who's gay or someone who's trans or just different? Why?
Yeah.
He literally could not understand that.
And we had a blast in Chicago, man. I mean, even though it was COVID bound, the three of us, we had a really good time.
Our quest for Chicago pizza.
Yeah, you guys walking around and all that. Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty
we
wild.
did the show. We did the show from his room.
Yeah.
I still have a picture of that.
I can't believe he brought all that fucking equipment with him too, and mics and
every time.
I was like, what the hell?
He had all of it. All of it.
There it is.
Yep.
I love that picture.
Yep.
But
that's all there.
It's him to a T. I mean, just every vacation or adventure of some sort, he would bring at least a GoPro to record what's around, but yeah, if he's going to record with you guys, he's bringing everything. He's bringing everything.
And that's what he did.
He always did such a good job with the show. I mean,
the stuff. Yeah.
I mean, he literally made us sound like fucking, we were like,
dude, way better.
We're mega stars, and we have a whole production company behind us. I mean,
no, he made us sound so much better than we were. And if you guys might notice, because like right now we're not really being edited. Like this is how we normally are, and he would do such a great job. And I'm not editing, so.
Yeah, Starfleet Underground, raw and uncensored.
Raw dog.
You're raw dogging? Oh.
We're raw dogging it, baby.
Working, when I first started off going in the technical field, I used to work in radio. And then before I was on air, I did work in production. And that gave me an insight and appreciate the skill that Rocky had to put all this stuff together, because it wasn't as easy as he made it look. I knew the work behind it. I knew the stuff hunched over like Hunchback of Notre Dame, going over editing a file, scrubbing files, changing levels, recording, mixing the tracks together. It's a lot of work. And he put it out there and just made it seamless. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, listening to this, go on our YouTube channel and just look at the production value of what he did for the Tribbles and Dots for Christmas.
Yes.
I mean, that's just to get the beat and everything down pat, and the deleted audio logs. He's just
amazing.
The talent in his brain.
The person that brought Rocky into our lives, other than Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, is going to be Heather. She was the conduit which brought us Rocky. So
she was the conduit.
I didn't say it. Conduit. Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Hey, come on. If we're gonna do this, we gotta do it like we would normally do the show.
I would say,
you have to.
100%.
I have to make my comments.
Please do.
But that also means we have to give you shit about making those comments. So
yeah.
Well, at least no one's throwing me out an airlock this time.
Shit, we don't have the sound effects.
Oh, sound effects.
No.
Dang
Get
it.
it, Rocky.
Yeah, you're not being thrown out.
This time.
I met Rocky at the STLV Star Trek convention. I think it was 2019.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And I couldn't get, so I'm going to do the live stream. I'm running late. I'm rushing. I get there. I can't get my stuff to work. You know, my equipment is giving me crap and I'm just having such a hard time and I'm having a bad day. And so I set my stuff up next to the table, like right behind me. And Rocky's there and he's just looking at me. And he's like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, I don't, if you know anything about any of this crap, then sure, if you can make it work. But yeah, I can't get it to work. And I have this thing and I'm already like 10 minutes late. And, so he I took 5 minutes, I think, and it made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea what he did.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep. So we hung out the rest of the STLV and we became really good friends. And then we talked for a while afterwards. And I think it was like October or November. So around this time, we're talking and he says to me, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And I'm like, "No." Like, no, I don't want to do, I have enough stuff I have to do now. And a week later, because literally it's like a week later, and I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking about it. And then like a week later, we're talking again. And I'm like, yeah, I think I want to do a podcast with you. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun. That's cool.
I love that.
And history was made.
Yeah. And we wanted to do this, we wanted the Star Trek feel. Well, what's more Star Trekky than having, a bridge crew that's your family and that you talk to and see every day, and and so we got our family together.
Yeah.
And originally we had Fred, and Fred passed away, so then we brought Patrick in. But yeah.
I met Rocky when Heather approached me and wanted to know, kind of like that old cartoon song, "Do you want to build a snowman?" She was like, "Do you want to do a podcast?" And it's like, yeah, why not? And then I had a chance to talk with Rocky and with Fred, and for us doing our brainstorm on the format we was going to do. And the more I talked to Rocky, the more impressed I was of his honor, of his integrity, and everything. And Pat knows, and Heather knows, I do not let people in much. I might be loquacious and I talk, but my circle of trust is extremely small. And it's always been that way. Rocky was one of the very few people that I would do a boomer, as Patrick would say, and just call him. And I would call him, and he'd be on his bike, and I hear the wind whistling through his helmet. It's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm on a ride out there." So I always catch him when he's out there relaxing. But he was one of the very, very few people that I would actually call, because I just, yeah, I'm just not into that because people are stupid. So, but,
Boy, howdy.
So, but talking to him and going over stuff and ideas and whatnot was really nice. His death really hit me between the eyes. It's just Rocky being,
That what happened
like
to your
his
face?
namesake. Yeah, well, of course,
Pat.
he's just a mountain. He's just a mountain of a man, and you just can't picture somebody of that strength and intellect and character to be taken out of this world. I still can't wrap my mind around it. I still think that he's hiding behind a rock somewhere in Vasquez Rock somewhere where they filmed the Gorn scene. He's just playing a good old joke, relaxing for a while till I needed to take a break from everything.
Right. Mom
So
thinks he's at a Star Trek convention, basically.
I believe it.
So yeah,
He's up there with Nichelle and all of them.
having a great
Yep.
time.
He's
So-
on Risa.
Oh my God,
That's
he would
probably
love that.
more accurate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Risa.
He would definitely love it. So I'm waiting for him to send pictures in the ether. The ideas. Oh my God, you haven't seen some of the photoshops because we had a Patreon thing for
I
high
could
level
probably
people.
bring some of them
I was gonna
up.
say I've seen some because
No, you
I
haven't seen some of the ones I did with Patrick and with Rocky and everything.
I
Rocky
haven't
would
even
get,
seen all of them.
Rocky would get such a hoot because we had a running joke that he was super endowed. So this
Yep.
might be too much for this as a sister to hear, and how he would like
I
leave
would say
trails behind.
inappropriate things, and he'd be go, "Oh wow," oh. And then I thought, "You're older than me. You're not the fragile little innocent thing." But yeah,
It was funny.
you
We
Do
had
you
so
wanna
many
see-
pictures of him. Say again.
Do you want to see some of the After Dark stuff?
Oh,
Yes.
let's taint Patty's soul.
Okay.
We don't have to do that. It's already been stained.
Yes, that's fine. It's what is it?
Okay.
It's the Scotch Guard. It's Scotch Guarded. It's fine.
Okay.
So we have a few to show, and I'm
Oh.
sharing my screen. Share screen. And let's see. I have a
For
lot to
those-
share.
I love that
those
you
of
guys
you
had
that-
Patreon too. I didn't even know you guys had Patreon, and you had some fun insider stuff. That's
There he
hilarious. Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
Is that a hard hat he's wearing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing work in
Right?
engineering.
Oh, and I think this one was a good one. Oh, maybe if I can. Okay.
Oh,
I guess
there you go.
Okay, do you see that one?
No.
No,
No,
I
you
think
stopped
it
sharing.
closed out. Like you have to
Yeah.
like go
Oh,
in
it
and
closed out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it did.
Try it
Let me
again.
find another one.
I'm glad we recorded, so this or
But-
visually recorded.
For those of you that never paid for that Patreon level, you're getting a
How
treat.
dare you.
So enjoy.
Yeah, totally.
I didn't pay for Patreon.
I'm
I didn't
afraid
know
to
you
see
guys
what they
had
did
it.
to me. So.
Oh no, you
Oh,
don't
you
want
want
to
to
see.
see?
Oh, you'd never talk to me
Do
again.
you want to see it after dark?
Well, he didn't know you had anything to do with it.
No, especially the one I do with him and Spock.
What?
Oh boy.
What I did with him and Zachary Quinto.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely show that.
Frame
one.
that and send it to Patrick. Oh, here we go. Here it comes.
Yeah,
So
that
bad.
one's good.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's a little.
You've seen that one?
Oh, there's Patrick
Disturbing.
and Zach down there. I see it was one of the thumbnails.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see.
Do you know
here.
what's
The one in the
funny?
middle, I think,
The
right?
thing that's weirding me out the most about this picture is I'm so used to him being with a beard. So anytime he
Mm.
would shave off his beard, I was like, I don't know who you are. This is oh my god, that is amazing, Patrick. You need
Yeah,
to
I wish
frame
I had that
and
body.
Put that up at home.
I wish I had that body.
That's hilarious.
We got a
even-
few good ones with
Oh, wait.
Patrick.
There's
Print that out and
the
send it to Patrick.
oh there's
Ooh.
What?
Bless him.
Yes.
The intimate moments.
Oh my goodness.
there's
Oh my
there
god.
he is.
Wow, dude.
Oh, I don't
He
know.
was
Should I
enter-
show any
he
of
was
Captain?
entertaining. He was entertaining to Paul.
Should I
Entertaining.
show any of Captain or myself?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Might as well everybody.
Okay.
Dude, I see anybody that cut now, I'm like, are they eating enough? Look, Nathan's wasting away. Is he eating enough? That's hilarious. Oh my god. Wait, oh, Heather?
That was the one
Ooh.
in the shower, the sonic shower.
Yeah, the good old sonic shower.
Well, it wouldn't be steamed up, and there wouldn't be water droplets on the thing if it was a sonic shower.
It was hot sonic. Okay,
Mhm.
ex Doctor Who.
Different. It's science. You don't
Mhm.
understand.
It was a hot sonic. Just science.
You don't
It
understand
was so
future
much
science.
fun doing that.
Yeah, it was. We had also a collection of tribbles being operated on, visiting, eating food, dressed up for Halloween. We had a whole bunch of things that we were doing on that for the Patreon in
You
order
know
to
what?
that
help.
kind of stuff.
One
Mhm.
of the like bittersweet moments of Rocky passing and Picard still going on was when they were on the lab
Mm,
ship and the Tribble. They were like, "Look at the little Tribble," and Worf's like, "No, no, no," and I was like, "Ah, that's so funny!
yeah.
That's right up Rocky's alley." Oh, I
Oh,
died laughing. That was
yeah,
a good
he would
one.
have loved that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would have.
One of the things that I get a really kick out of is when we had Todd Stashwick on for the last time,
yeah,
just before Rocky went. Rocky being Rocky, we didn't ask him a question about his celebrity or about anything else. His question was the sound. Are you guys broadcasting this sound live or is this sound being edited in post or something? And he gets live. Really? He was all excited. I could see him now almost clapping his hands. He was just overjoyed
yeah,
that the sound was being piped live when
Yeah,
they were
you
doing
could
it.
hear Rocky changing his shorts.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
all
I bet.
excited. It was funny.
Oh,
You hear the dots doing cleanup.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It
Well, I
was
just
it was
love that
cool.
Todd was such a huge fan too, and he gets to be Shaw, and he gets to be very stern and mad at the world. And then there's just the briefest moment when he's meeting Jordy that you could see like the true Todd Stashwick fanboy come
Nerd,
out.
yeah.
Oh my
Mm.
god! And I'm so glad they gave him a moment to be a fan about Jordy and stuff. But like
hmm
that was just super great. And I love then that Rocky, being his true nerd self, was then asking Todd about true nerd stuff. So, and sound. I mean, he did the engineering thing. You get to
Speaking
hear.
of Todd and nerd stuff, he just spent like a week in New Zealand and he was
Yes.
all over Hobbiton and
So
like
jealous.
I know. I'm like, dude,
Did you
Well,
see
I'm
the amazing
glad.
tattoo he shared that he got?
Oh
yes,
yeah,
of
with
yes,
the
yes. It looks so
oh,
good.
No, it really does. I'm
it.
I'm
Yeah.
so ecstatic for Todd. Like I can't wait to see what happens next for his career. He's a hardworking dude and he's
He
stupidly talented.
he
And he's
needs to
nice.
be a D&D movie or a D&D like show.
Hmm.
Agreed. He's so nice.
yeah.
He's
Um,
he's he's one of those people that can be evil, but yet there's a part of him that you still root for him, like
mhm.
Deacon
Well,
in 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so weird because I feel like I'm watching a different person when I watch 12 Monkeys because I
Yeah.
know Todd and Todd's so nice
Yeah.
that when I look at like someone who's mean or one of his villains, I'm like, that's someone else. That's not,
He just reads villain very well.
yeah, mirror
oh,
universe right there.
Yeah.
like he was on an episode of American Horror Story where he played this gay creeper. It's like, ew. It just you see he's at a camp and all these guys are taking showers. And Todd's character, Todd walks up to a knothole in the fence and you see him ogling these men taking showers and stuff. And as he's looking around, somebody stabs him through the eye and kills
Oh.
him. Spoiler.
See,
But he
Yeah.
was on there long, but it's still
see what I mean? Like I've seen all of those TV shows and I didn't even know he was in there.
Yeah.
He's like another person. Like I don't
That's the
even
Mary.
like
American Horror
connect the
Story
two.
series that I didn't watch was the camp
Like
one.
now
Oh,
I have to go
fair.
back and watch it
He
and
was
like
in
look for
Gotham
him.
also. He
Yep.
was in
Yep.
Gotham. He played a boss
Yep.
that made people have the job by fighting to the death. Whoever won had the job. I mean,
Yeah, I
he's
did
just
not know that.
My
no.
first memory of Todd Stashwick was seeing him perform in improv. So
Oh wow.
he was part of an improv troupe, a very solid group that came out of Second City and whatnot, and
Mm.
they morphed their genre of improv. They came out here, and he and a buddy founded the school that I had gone to, and I
Oh.
found it because of a friend I was in a show with. Um, and so I went to go see my friend perform, and I was like, "Who's this guy? Like he's all over the place." I mean, because he was smart. His energy almost matched the whole room,
Wow.
and it's got a band, and we've got a full house, and Todd's energy matched it. And then he also had an ensemble with him, and and then I never got to take a class with him, but I would see him perform off and on, and he's like the kinetic energy that he gives you when you're watching him perform is outstanding. It's almost mesmerizing. And so, like, I can only imagine what he's like in the audition process of
Mm.
people who probably don't know necessarily he's so nice, he's so charming, but do we put him as a villain? Like, oh yeah, you put him as a villain. You know, you bring him in, bring him in. I'm going through 12 Monkeys now, finally, and I'm in middle of season 3, and
Oh, okay. You're
it's
in
so
for a
fun to
good.
watch Deacon.
You're in
Yeah,
for a good ride. 12 Monkeys was a really good series.
Yeah.
yeah. I remember
Was a really
everybody
good
loving
series.
it.
And this makes me really happy that
Hmm.
how Todd is, that Rocky had a chance to
Me too.
engage and to talk and to meet
Me
with him.
too.
And you could hear in Rocky's voice how excited he was about the whole thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had he even did the song for Old Fat Flocks.
Oh,
Oh,
John Billingsley.
Old
John
fat
Billingsley.
fox is
Yeah.
a sitting in the box
Yeah,
at the
so
junction.
so
It's
it was really
Nobulin
cool.
Junction.
And that's the skill that Rocky had by being able to, you give him a random idea and he'd sit for a second and goes, I can make that work.
yeah.
The shit we would come up with, like literally 5 minutes before the show started, we would like come up with some bullshit beginning,
Yeah.
and he would do the sound effects for it.
And we did, man, Old Fat Flocks lived for a number of episodes. 'Cause
Dude,
we just,
I had that stuck in my head for so long. Like that was one of those earworms I couldn't get out of my head, and I kept singing it.
it was just like
Yeah, we sent it.
when
Go ahead.
I was gonna say when I first came on the show, what happened was,
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that was
what
another
happened
one.
was
And we sent that Old Fat Flocks to John Billingsley and it tickled him to death because
Oh,
Mhm.
good.
he wanted that as a show, but that was Rocky's work. There was a lot of stuff that Rocky did that just, it's like those things you see on TikTok and other stuff. It's like things that Rocky does that just makes sense.
Well, I loved when you guys played his Christmas with the dots and the tribbles because it is the Venn diagram of Rocky Robinson. He is
Yeah.
musically talented. He loves digital fun stuff, music, electronics, whatever. He's got a Star Trek, and then he somehow made it all. And then his love of the Chipmunks Christmas album, one of our
Oh, yeah.
family's favorite, besides John Denver and the Muppets. So like that, he pulled that in, um, and then he's like 9 Inch Nails. That's great, you guys. Yeah, and it's like it's perfectly him. I think he never realized how truly talented he was.
Mm.
And I would hear that from his coworker Bridget, who became like his business partner. She said she had texted me this summer. There was some gig that Rock handled by himself last year. They did a lot of local um, community outreach filming for meetings and whatnot. And there was some gig where like there were 7 cameras steady, on their tripods filming, and then Rocky had a camera himself and then walked around and got, the live footage or moving around footage. Bridget was trying to do that by herself and needed people to do it with her. And she goes, how did he do it by himself? And I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. You
He's,
know,
yeah.
he was wonderfully humble about his talent, almost infuriatingly so.
It was for me to hear about it when we went to the memorial
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
was something I would have loved to talk to him. Wait, what? You did demolition derby?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? What? You taught a blind person coding? What the fuck? How did you do all of this stuff? It's like, wait, you
Yeah.
walked across the lake and didn't sink in order to set the camera up?
I missed
He,
that one too.
And
he,
he would always like just mention it nonchalantly, like if he
Yeah.
mentioned it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid head.
Demolition Derby. Who knew he was lesbian?
oh,
What?
Oh, come on. There's not that many women drivers out there.
Eh,
We grew up watching my dad do them. So
Mm.
I forget how dad fell into it. He's always been a car guy. And so buddies of his, when he was in his 30s, I think, got dad into it. And then dad just became obsessed with it. And like, I remember in my childhood, there were several cars in our backyard that were like dinged up and whatever. And so dad loved making the derby cars. And then Rocky loves tinkering, right? He loves his whatever. So Rocky was always exceptionally good at driving. The jerk never had an accident. Never he got the perfect score when he was taking his driver's test. The jerk. Um,
How does that happen?
I'm so mad. And then even he never. Yeah, no, I don't even think he got a speeding ticket. It's, but so we watched Dad do them, and then Rocky immediately, as soon as he turned 18 and wanted to do it, he did several derbies. I didn't do mine at first one until I was 30, and it was more as a dare to myself because I was like, well, I'm 30, I should do stuff to scare myself, and it was exhilarating and very fun. But Rocky, I remember him doing more than me,
Did he like really go at it when he did it? And what was it like
yeah.
when you did it?
Yeah, I think Dad taught us to really enjoy the art of smashing a car. And so I think Rocky liked the strategy of it from what I remember. But I am an aggressive shithole, so I went for it. I fucking went for it. And and I know the strategy, you hit with the rear of your car, and you want to make sure that you keep the car running as long as possible. And these are the neat places to hit. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I want to bang the shit out of somebody. And like my first
I
driver's
hear that every
meeting-
Saturday night.
Yeah, you do. My first driver's meeting with like quote more professional people or whatever, they have a driver's meeting every derby, right? They go, this is your red flag, this is what you use it for, these are the safety things. And they had a tradition at this one fairground in that the guy who's conducting the meeting lets the newcomers say a word or two, because these people, they've been running derbies all their lives. Like, you want some stodgy old white dudes running derbies, they were here. And it was a place to let out your inner redneck. So anyway, like he was a nice man, but he was a little bit like, let's extend the woman some courtesy, or let the new people go up and they say, hi, I'm a number 72, and you'll hit all the. And I was like, hi, I'm Patty, I'm here to fuck your shit up, let's go. And like, apparently they were not expecting that. Like, I was gleefully aggressive, and I was, oh.
You sound like someone I would like love to like be a co-pilot with on one of these things.
Oh, I'll talk a lot of shit when I get amped up, and boy, like, think about like the adrenaline you get when you take a really good like theme park ride, like whatever your favorite roller coaster is. Like,
Nathan, the one where we went straight up and then straight down.
Oh, fuck you. I still am pissed about that.
Like, your heart's in like your throat, right? You're like, oh, and your blood pressure's up. So that's the demolition derby and then some. And then when I get excitable, I'm ridiculous. Like, Rocky took footage of it, my very first derby, and I had joked that if I won, I would get out on top of the car and do the robot. And he was like, oh, okay, fine. And I was so totally stupid and excited. I actually got second place in the main event. And
Oh, wow.
I did not expect it. Rocky's actually got, I have to find the footage. He's got the camera on me. And they're like, number whatever, so second place, Patty Robinson. And you see my helmet, and I'm like, and I go, yeah! And you see my arm stick outside of the car, And so the thing ends, and everybody's leaving the arena in their cars, and you see me get out on top of the car, and I get up on top of the fucking roof of the car, and I'm doing the worst robot, impression. And then what cracks me up is behind me, you see the arena emptying out. Like, nobody is paying attention to me.
You gotta find that. You gotta find that and send it to us.
Yes, I will. I'll find it. He's got it on his YouTube page. That's something else that Rocky did, is he's got everything on his YouTube page.
He never told me that he had a YouTube page.
Are you shitting me?
Rocky
has everything on the YouTube page. Mom and Dad.
I think so.
So
send us the link.
I'll yeah, if I could, I would do it right now. So mom and dad, now they are both technophobes. They're both losing their eyesight. They're not good with the technology that Rocky set up at the house. They randomly found his YouTube because the YouTube app he signed in on the TV at the house is his account. And so randomly they were looking something up and they hit it and it started playing. YouTube, you just save all your videos. It saves all your videos. If he has playlists, he has playlists, but it just started playing all of his videos in order that mom and dad never saw. And
Wow.
so like they listened to him talk for like 2 hours.
What a treasure.
Yeah, and because he's talking about, whatever he did to connect something or show somebody something nifty, and then you see him on his bike rides or whatever.
Man.
So he's got a bunch of derby stuff. And I think you just look up Rocky Robbins on YouTube if any one of you can, or just look up Rocky. Look up
we'll
Rocky.
have a link. I'll put a link in the description, so you could just click the link and everything.
Because there is some weird Rocky Robinson that's not my brother. I think he was some kind of race car driver or something. But yeah, you can find Rocky, and all his videos are on there, and it's this treasure trove of Rocky, content. So you'll see derbies that he's done or that we did or whatever. And watching a derby is hard, like watching a play being recorded, because you need to be in the room,
Oh, you found it.
I found it. I put it in the chat.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah, I just saw that link come in. Yeah, if you need more Rocky content aside from the podcast, just search through his YouTube stuff.
He loved those bike rides.
Oh yeah,
love those bike rides.
It looks like
that's like one of his.
A couple of hours.
Yeah, he would do that like every day, and he would always be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go bike riding!" Like he was always excited about it and everything. And his favorite thing was to go down to the ocean,
the shoreline,
the shoreline, yeah, and see.
He really, it turned into something that he truly loved. I don't know if he had expected to get back into it so much, but it turned into a source of joy for him, and I think. A sense of peace and quiet if he was like stuck at the house and then, couldn't go to work or pandemic times, I think it really gave him a break.
And I think he always said like he loved the way the sun, was on him and, the fresh air and the smell of the ocean, and he could hear like, birds and stuff. And then like every single time he would go, he would like take pictures of different stuff, and he would always take pictures differently. Like, we'll do this angle and then we'll like come down here to the bottom and go up, and every single one was different. It was so amazing.
It cracked me up. I would hear at his memorial or afterwards, I would hear people go, I really loved his pictures. And I just didn't know that, It's just something that I took for granted. But other people were like, he just took lovely pictures of the flowers all the time. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's what he
did. We collectively, and I don't say it as a royal we, I say it as a we, as us being family now from doing this podcast for so long. And whether you like it or not, Patty, you're family too. So there's that.
You guys are stuck with me.
We adopted her? When did that happen?
Yeah,
we adopted her. When you were out the airlock.
Oh, okay.
But I told you we adopted her, but when I said that, you were a daddy, you started thinking it was a sexual thing. So
he was like, but I'm not straight, so why would I?
So thank you. So
he totally forgot. No.
Yeah, he just didn't know. He just didn't know.
You're stuck with. I know where you live now, Patrick.
Ooh.
I can drop off paraphernalia and COVID meds anytime.
Yep.
Here it goes. You have your own personal drug dealer over there.
Yeah.
God.
Give me some Sudafed, please.
I'll do it. I
Um,
cannot tell you. I was so happy that I could do that. Like, and you know, like Heather, if you were closer to town,
Oh,
Nathan, if you were
thanks. I
closer, I would have
appreciate it.
totally like. y- You're telling me I'm family. You're my family. You're an extension of Rocky. He loved you for a
aw,
reason, you know. And
yeah.
if I could take care of you, I will do my darndest.
I'm
The
giving you a
Sudafed
hug.
really helped. I mean, that was like because
Okay.
my nose was just like,
And the other surprise, of course, that I didn't know about Rocky is when he sent that gift. It's like, motherfucker, you got a 3D printer?
right?
When he
Yeah.
did that thing, that was nice.
He made the dot.
yeah,
It was
he made the dots
amazing.
too.
You have it right there, Patrick.
Yep.
Yes.
Yay!
With
Right
the
here on my
marble
desk.
and the Starfleet Underground.
Yeah, I
Rocky-
haven't fixed the dot yet, but this is on my desk.
Yeah. Do you
Cool.
two have yours close by you?
Not close
No,
by. I have
mine's
to.
downstairs.
Fair. That's okay.
But it's
Yeah.
I have his mock-ups.
You don't love him as much as I did.
oh, please.
Oh, I'm gonna come over there and beat your ass.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't
Me
Yeah,
and the
ever-
I
triples.
get it.
Don't ever go with Patrick to Knott's Berry Farm. I'm gonna tell you that now. Motherfucker tried to kill me.
Dude,
As
why
it
do you
is.
Well,
really
I
go to enough
believe that. What
scary horror
happened?
thing?
There was
Like,
a
tell us
roller
more.
coaster that he wanted to go on to, right? And the roller coaster, this fucking thing went straight up, not
Vertical.
angled, nothing, straight up. And it got to the top, and I said, if this thing goes straight down, I will kill you.
Well, it goes.
What did
It
he
goes.
do?
It
Once we
goes. It
land.
goes like this for a minute, and then it goes straight down.
It goes straight down, and then the damn thing, you
Oh.
hang suspended straight down, praying that the straps will hold before it releases the brake,
It-
and you go screaming down the thing.
Oh.
We
I
went to
would've
not. We
killed
went to
you,
not. We went to
Patrick.
not scary farm. So and it was all.
Yeah, that was
dark, too,
scary in
so-
itself. And it's like, oh, look at that roller coaster. It twists and does 360 and it's suspended. Let's do that one. No.
It's like, sure, yeah, I'll go with you and do that if you want me to puke on everyone.
Like, I don't get motion
was
sick.
pretty
I
wild.
just get terrified. And
No,
so,
you'll be
like, and
terrified.
Rocky loves roller coasters. So, like, he would go on anyone he could. And I was always like, back in the day, we had Great America. And
Yep.
so,
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
I'd walk in line with him, and then I'd walk straight through. And there was one time I remember, I forget, it was Top Gun, whatever ride that was, and he tried to kind of like jokingly hold me in. I almost melted down. I was like, ah! Now I'll go on them, but I initially won't try to be in the front row.
Do not go with Patrick. I'm
No.
warning you. Do not go with him.
Won't do
Don't
it,
go
won't
with
do it.
him. If the fact that he didn't drive, I would have choked him.
Yeah.
That roller coaster that went straight up and straight down. That yeah, I was not happy with that. It was what, the
Had
Silver Bullet?
fun.
Was
that
that
what
the
it was
Silver
called?
No,
Bullet?
it wasn't the Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet was a good one, but that wasn't the one. It was
The Silver Bullet was another one. You're suspended, your feet in the thing, and it says, I'm gonna lose my fucking sneakers. I know I'm gonna lose it. You're sitting in the thing, and not only does it twists you around the track twists you around,
Oh,
goes
I will
upside
throw
down
up.
and everything. And it's like, what the hell? And Patrick is
No.
giggling like a schoolgirl.
Shoot,
This is fun.
dude.
This is fun. And meanwhile, I'm trying to make sure I don't shit
You're
myself. But
screaming like a schoolgirl.
That's why Patrick likes the airlock so much.
oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
explains it.
It's a
and then
thrill.
we got a picture with my friend who's a monster at the Not Scary Farm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that was nice. And we
Yeah.
did a couple of the one maze, all the mazes were a little bit on the lame side, except for what was the blood one?
Yeah,
Bloodline.
they had people come down from
Yeah.
the ceiling.
Now that was funny.
Hell no.
Whoa.
And
That was
that
funny.
one got me because I
That
normally
was
don't
funny.
get scared in there, but that one got me.
That was funny.
Wow.
Patrick, all the other mazes we went through, Patrick's like, oh, do. We
Right.
went through Bloodline and somebody popped up from the ceiling and dropped down, and Patrick went, ah! And then we went through the side, and then we
Well,
went through another
they've never done
corridor.
that before. No
No.
maze I've
That
ever been in
sounds
that has anyone
terrifying.
come from
And
the
then a
ceiling.
guy comes running
Yeah.
down the hall on stilts because he was like a
Stilts.
giant. And
Not
then
stilts.
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 you speak, Nathan. Shut
Running
up.
on stilts.
He was
That's
dressed
hard.
in a thing, but he looked like a monster, but he was tall, but you could tell because he was on stilts, and that kind of get Patrick on nerve too.
Like part of me would be like, wow, that's really hard and that's very impressive. And then I would be like, kneecap him. I'm afraid that like if I go to like one of those, like I'm gonna smack the shit out of whoever tried to scare me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah.
You're lucky I don't come with a
I was
baseball
cracking
bat.
up. I was cracking up when the monsters would like hone in on somebody, and it would be some girl who was like just terrified, and she's like ah, and I was just like.
One of the wandering monsters that are at Knott's Berry Farm chased this girl through the line.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
off.
She ran through the line and
chased
then
her
ran
in
back.
the line.
And she's
That's
screaming,
terrifying.
"Why are you chasing me?
I was
Why?
just I almost peed myself.
So
we better keep quiet, otherwise the dots are gonna have like a bad ideas and get stilts and start chasing us down the hallways.
I mean, it sounds like they're constructing things already in their little private room.
What are you doing with those broom handles?
Yeah, don't.
Don't sit on the broom
My cat's
handles.
already terrified. He's seen what the dots are doing. He's running away.
Wait, no, put the electric tape back.
First, you guys.
Stop it. This was really nice. We don't want to give Heather a lot of work here.
Oh yeah, I'm not editing this.
Yeah, so okay, then we're not giving Heather any work. So this was a pleasure on joining.
This is a great way to see like how much work Rocky did.
Oh yeah.
When you're like, why don't they sound the same? This is why.
And no music in the beginning. No
Right.
little sounds.
And Rocky made it sound really good.
Well, one of my favorite little bits about how dedicated he was to his perfection, but also to the three of you, was that he and I went to Disneyland in February 2020 before everything shut down. And that motherfucker, like, we made sure that we went to the park. We were having a good time, but we had to come back, to make sure he got the recording in with you guys. Maybe he did that first. Then we went to the park and had a great time, but then we had to come back early so he could start editing. And I was like, dude, you can wait a day. Like, you don't, like, it's your vacation time. And apparently Heather told him, like, chill, you're at Disneyland, have a good time.
Thank you.
And the only way you could get on Rise of Resistance at that moment in time was to be in the park, butt crack at dawn, and just everyone's on their app trying to get tickets. And you got like 2 passes if you got on. So Rocky was like, I'm just finishing up. You go. I'll meet you there. And so I go, and I got us a pass just in the nick of time. And then luckily I had friends were there, and they're like, "Oh, we'll walk around with you till your brother gets here." I was like, "What are you doing?
Cool.
We're at Disneyland." And then I go, and I was like, "Dude, how many times did you listen to it?" And he's like, 4. He listened to it on average 4 times through.
Yeah, because he was a perfectionist. He got all the little voice anomalies out, all the mispronunciations.
And if he's gonna do his voiceover shit, like
every time I screwed up.
Yeah, it was good.
He's so good at that. Like, I have a friend who does a podcast now, and I've seen all his nifty equipment, and I know he and his buddy take turns editing, and they probably listen to it maybe like once or twice. I think 4 times through is overkill, but he had to make sure you all sounded so good and there was no too many uhs. He would clean, like he cleaned everything. It's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, he really was.
He brought it out in him.
Rocky, go ahead.
I don't know. He had the O'Brien Award, so
yes, he did. Rocky, if you're out there sitting with the blue koala, we miss you, buddy, and we love you dearly. And the only way Starfleet Underground will get reborn is if you find a way to resurrect and come back. So if you wind up coming back a couple of years from now, and there's a little 5-year-old that says, "I want to do a podcast," I don't know, it's you.
So,
it's Star Trek. We don't even need to know the reason. He could just come back.
Well, that's true.
It's true.
There doesn't have to be a reason.
Yeah,
that's true. They brought Kirk back, so
and Spock.
Yeah, and they brought Spock back too.
Everybody.
So we're
And
gonna see
Tasha
what
Yar.
Yep,
Tasha
and
Yar.
Boimler
Not as Tasha.
and Boimler and
Mhm.
Boimler. They
Yeah.
brought him back because they said it's
Yeah.
not his time. So we'll see.
There's so many alternate universes out there. You know, with or without a goatee, Rocky's there.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be
Yep.
something if we wind up getting a parallel universe crossover and Rocky pops in his room after everyone has mild heart attacks? That would be so cool.
That would be amazing. Okay.
That would be so cool. Oh my God. Hey, Aaron, if you guys listening to the show, thank you for joining on this. I don't know if the Starfleet Underground website is still up. But
Yeah. So
it
I'm
is
keeping everything up. I'm keeping the website up. I'm keeping the YouTube channel up.
okay.
All of that's staying up.
So you can go in and visit us on the website anytime you want. This is going to probably be it. You can always comment on the YouTube channel and whatnot. And I know one of the people are going to listen to it right off the bat is going to be Ed. So thank you, Ed, as well as Pimping That Hole and
Bye, Ed.
Lana.
and Lana and Andy. And also, oh my God, I'm blanking on the other guy's name.
Uh-oh.
That was
Salt
from
Lake
Pimping
City.
That Hole, and there's another person that usually
And
would
we
join
should-
us for
Oh,
the line.
Dom.
We should
Dom.
give a shout out
Dom.
to Dr. James Francis or whatever. The guy who just passed. He was the Telosian.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that he really was a nice guy.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
that's a shame. But he took his physical illness and made it a cosplay. So he looked
Yeah.
just like a Telosian.
And he became a doctor and was an expert on facial cranial
Wow.
issues. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that hat off to
Amazing.
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Patty, I'm sure everyone else is jealous because they won't get a chance to talk to you every day, but we will.
That's
So
right.
there.
I know.
So
I'm
we get a
excited.
chance to
Yeah.
talk to you even more.
I feel lucky.
Maybe
I
I'll
do
get
too.
sick so you can bring me some Sudafed.
Let's arrange that. We can do
Yeah,
that.
no wonder. It's like Patty's going to give me Sudafed in bed. Ha 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 ha. She's going to wait on me.
I felt so bad you had to walk outside and walk down your steps, man.
And didn't I sound horrible? And I look like
that
like dog
cough
shit.
was rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, nobody get COVID. Nobody get
Is
COVID.
that different?
Gonna
Is that
try not
different
to.
from how you normally look, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the same. Plus, he was wearing a mask, so I can't tell you one way or the other.
And
I
Heather,
didn't want to give her the cooties
Yes.
to Patty, so
I appreciate that.
Heather, thank you for putting this all together.
Yes, thank you
Want to
so
give a
much.
hat off to Heather because it was her talent and software that allowed for us to get together like this, like the Brady Bunch, but missing bunch of people.
And we've been
So-
meaning to do this for several months. So
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
been hard. This is like
Yeah.
one of the first times I could actually talk about your brother and not start sobbing. So,
Exactly.
so this
Yeah.
is this is
and
good.
and we needed to let enough time pass that
yeah.
And it's Rocky's birthday.
Yes.
This is like the
Yes.
perfect time to
Happy
do
birthday.
this.
happy
Yes.
birthday.
Oh God, if we start singing happy birthday.
No, we're not going to
You
sing.
know-
No.
I asked Rocky to make a happy birthday song right before he passed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right before he
Oh.
passed. I'm like, you're really good at that triple song. What can we make a happy birthday song? Because every single time we try to sing happy birthday, we suck.
I mean, who wrote that song? It's the worst key ever. It
is
even
the
if you could,
Worse.
even if you sing well, you sound like shit. So fuck that.
It's so depressing and so sad and so drony, like happy
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah,
to
no, it's a dirge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Triples would be
Well,
much better.
that's why I like
Yeah.
that song that's out. You're older than you ever been, and now you're one day older. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard that song.
I haven't.
but
I
it's-
like that one though.
I like the
Um,
one that the restaurants would do where it's like happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey,
Wasn't that from the Animaniacs?
I don't remember.
There is
It
a
was from my
dirge version I've
childhood.
heard.
I just
Yeah.
realized that during this I did a J.J. Abrams
Lens flare.
thing
Yeah.
because I have
Lens
lens
flare.
flare.
Rocky was
This
true.
J.J. Abrams. So there we go, J.J.
Yeah, oh, from two different
Lens
spots.
flare.
Nice. Like,
Woo!
I was lens
Movie.
flaring the whole time. See, look at the nacelles.
Oops. Oh my
Man.
God.
I thought you were just talking about how white you were.
Well, there's that.
With
I mean,
flare in.
He is
I'm
glow in the
just,
dark.
I'm just as
He's
pasty as can
glowing.
be. So
Well, let's see if we can sign off like we normally do.
Oh.
So, thank you all for joining us for another and final episode of Starfleet Underground. Please don't just have a great week,
I can't
but
do that.
make it so.
make it so.
Make it so.